Politics seems to be intruding into our lives at every moment in today's climate. I remember at our winter band concert, our band director described music as an escape from all the stress and disagreement. However, political disengagement can be just as dangerous as the so often villainized political polarization. Please welcome our next speaker, a freshman and my sister, Michelle Kim.
The first time I realized others' ignorance was in the second grade. In a writing class, I told my peer, "Oh yeah, I'm Korean." After giving me an apprehensive look, she told me, "They want to bomb us." In 5th grade, something similar happened. In an ice skating class, I told my teacher that I was Korean, and he said, "North or South?" If you don't know, there's a very low chance that I'm North Korean, since they aren't allowed to leave the country without express permission. On the flip side, in middle school, I asked a boy if he was Chinese, and he angrily told me that he was in fact Taiwanese, and I responded with an extremely intellectual question. "What's Taiwan?" As you can see from my own misinformation, I was just a regular kid who thought watching the news was boring. So how did someone like me get into politics? Let's go back to the start, a couple months before the 2016 election. It was a crazy time to be looking at news. The gateway to politics for me was the NPR Politics podcast. I was immediately hooked by it. I would watch all the new episodes and listen to all the old ones. It was like hanging out with my friends, but just chatting about the latest headlines. It made learning about politics fun for me. From then on, I never really stopped. I found some YouTube channels that explain information in a concise and entertaining way. And I also started reading my family's Time magazine subscription. I had been peeking at it for years, looking at the pictures, but I started reading the big articles. So, from then on, I had never really had any chance to talk about politics because at my school, whenever I mentioned anything remotely close to it, people would always tell me not to bring up controversial topics in public. I had very little experience with hearing differing opinions from myself, so I had a bit of a shock when I came into high school. So in preparation for this talk, I actually sent out a voluntary survey to the entire St. Francis student body, and I was quite pleasantly surprised when I got over 200 answers. Well, some of them were a little weird. A couple people took the survey as a chance to rant, but I also got some very moving responses. One person confessed that they hated the political bubble that they lived in, but at the same time, they didn't want to escape the protection of their own ignorance. It was clear to me that many people were being negatively impacted by problems in American society, like political polarization and fake news, and were feeling depressed and hopeless about the future. So I thought to myself, how can we fix this problem? And I realized that many people thought like this. What's the point of even trying to learn about politics? How is it going to affect my life? Can I really make any change? Of course not. Well, the truth is that if you want to make change and solve problems, how are you going to do that if you don't even know what the problems are? My own eye-opening experience learning about politics exposed me to countless issues that I had no idea about previously. And I'm here, I invite you to explore the truth with me, that anyone can learn about politics, no matter what, easily and quickly. And let's address some common issues why high schoolers aren't interested. So first is the feed. The endless stream of news articles, the constant twittering of political pundits on the news. It's just overwhelming. To be honest, there's just too many news sources for one person to conceivably keep up with all that. However, I would say that the easiest solution is just to cut out endless news sources that are constantly spewing out articles and find what works for you. I myself only consistently follow politics because I kind of enjoy it, which I know is the opposite feeling that many have about the topic. I listened to a lot of podcasts before I started listening to political podcasts, and that was my way to unwind on my commute. So there wasn't much difference. Additionally, there's just so many different types of media out there that one can curate their own learning lifestyle just for themselves. Secondly, feelings of hopelessness and depression about current events is a quite prevalent issue. However, to solve this, I would like to point out the distinction between news and politics. News is concerned with reporting events, while politics is concerned about the workings of government. Now, rather than ignoring news altogether and taking it to an extreme, I would like to suggest that you can still ditch endless news while educating yourself on how to make a change. So I'd like to ask you, what changes do you want to see? Maybe you want more carpool lanes because you hate traffic. Maybe you want environmental reform. Maybe you want more public libraries. Whatever it is, the easiest way for you to make a change is by being informed. Because our government is run by and is for the people. Only by using our privileges of free media, the right to protest, and the right to vote, that we can stand up for what we believe in. It is evident in history that one person willing to take action and speak out is what makes all the difference. Thank you.